Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Let's just take a moment to take a breath for a second. Okay, welcome. Okay, so let's just take a minute to think very carefully about what our question's going to be today. Also, remember you get 2 free tarot cards when you ask a question that starts with how, what, and why. If you ask a yes and no question, you will get the angel answers, which will give you a basic yes and no question, and then we'll use another card from the tarot to sort of get a little bit more information about the yes or no answer. Okay, so that's kind of important. Now, if you want any more information, don't forget you can donate through the pinned links or the links down below, which is kind of important if you want anything more than just the 2-card reading. If you want something a little bit more than that. Okay, so let's now, I sort of a bit of a, of course, my lives are pretty random at the moment. Hi, Caitlin. How are you? Katara Lightbane, how are you? Lightbane, how are you? So don't forget to sort of just take a breath for a second. Think very carefully about your question, what's important to you, and don't forget to like the video. Yes, Caitlin, that's kind of important. Like, yeah, everyone should be subscribed if they want to sort of chat, of course, because the subscribe button is on. And yeah. So let's begin with Tiwa here. Okay, is Edmund Jarrett in love with you? Okay, so let's have a look. That's a yes and no question you're asking. Oh, 3 of your teeth. Ouch. I know what that's like, Caitlin. I know what that's like. Ouch. Painful, painful. Oh, it was big meditation for me during that. Okay, is Edmund Jarrett in love with you? So let's have a look here. What's going on? Is there love in this relationship? Is there more to the relationship? Is it love? In love. Okay, in love. Let's have a look. What have we got? No, it feels like you need to choose a new direction. But not in love. They might care about you, they might like about you, but they're not in love with you. May need to choose a new direction in regards to that. Let's have a look and see what the Angel Tarot has to say. Hi, Jessie. How are you? Right. So, no, it doesn't feel like they're in love with you. It's time to choose a new direction. But let's get a little bit more information about that. There. Okay. So, what do you got to say? Here we've got Queen of Earth. You're asking about them being in love with you, and I get no, they're not in love with you, but they think of you as someone who is thoughtful, creative, warm, kind of sensible in many ways. They sort of feel like you're someone who sort of Queen of Earth. I get someone who can be sort of a little bit organized, can be someone who is so I'm not getting that they are in love with you, but they do care about you in some way is what I get here. So if you're wanting for a full-on love relationship that's going to sweep you off your feet, it's about choosing a new direction. That's going to be really important for you. So totally up to you what you do with this, of course, but they do care about you. There is definitely feels like there is some caring energy about it, but they're not in love with you in the way that you want them to be. Okay, so you may have to choose a new direction if you want something a little bit more than what they're prepared to give you at this time. Okay. So they're not in love with you. So if you're wanting something a little bit more than what they can offer, you may have to choose a new direction. Oh, good question, Caitlin. What do you need to know? Okay. Yep. We do the Hocus Pocus Tarot. What do you need to know right now? I've got Jessie's question there, so that's all good. Okay, let's have a look. Hi, Sierra. How are you? I'm good, thank you. What do you need to know right? Oh, as soon as I said that, this card blew out. So let's have a look. What question do you need? What do you need to know right now? Okay, what do you need to know right now? Let's have a look. Okay, so the first card I got here was 3 of Lightning. Okay, this definitely feels like there's some challenges to the situation. Oh, with 5 of pumpkins as well. Definitely feels like there's some challenges at the moment for you. And so you feel like, I get the sense of being in limbo with some stuff. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on for you right now, which leaves you in a little bit of limbo. I feel like you're in suspension. You feel like you're in limbo at the moment. And so, okay, we do get the 8 of Candles here, but I got the 8 of Candles reversed and saying that there is a delay to things moving forward as quickly as you'd like, but things will move. But it just feels like feels like you're in suspension at the moment. There are some mental challenges. There are some physical challenges for you right now. And so there is a delay to things moving forward. Okay. But it will be sorted. I do feel like things will move in time, but things are just a little bit delayed at the moment. So just remembering to have a little bit of patience. Just one step at a time for sure. So I do feel like, you're in suspension at the moment. There are some mental challenges, things that might be a little bit disappointing for you right now, but it will be sorted and it will be okay. I do feel like things will move in time with the 8 of Candles. I do feel like things will start to move, but there's just things a little bit delayed at the moment. Things are in suspension. It just feels like there's a lot of stuff that needs to be sorted first, okay, which is kind of important there. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, Jessie. Why do I feel like there was a... Oh, it's all right. It's just my phone. Right. I've got Jessie, which I'm just doing now, and then I'll do Sierra. Jessie, I'm going to do Puffy the Vampire Slayer. When will you find love? Okay. There's some things that need to be dealt with first. We're getting a bit of a... kind of interesting here, because I get the when with the... Let's have a look at the timing. So I just want to... When will you find love? Let's have a look. Okay, it says within the next few weeks things will start to happen, But let's get a little bit more information about that. It says within the next few weeks. Now, a few weeks can be anything after 3, between 3 and 10 weeks. So a few weeks. Okay, so let's give us a little bit more information in regards to this. What's going to happen? When will she find love? Let's give us a little bit more information in the few weeks. So I've got to mod these. Okay, so when... Okay. New love coming into play, which is kind of interesting. We do get the new love, a new connection, a new love, a new emotion coming into play. And we get someone who's quite youthful energy, sort of a youthful energy coming into play. So you are going to get someone who's quite young, who's sort of a watery sign. Okay, so it definitely feels as though you've got this new beginning in regards to love. Okay, and I do feel like it's going to be someone who's quite watery, a water sign. Definitely feels Pisces or Scorpio, something like that, but it's a fish is sort of standing out, so I'm sort of wondering if it's going to be Pisces of some sort. But it says within the next few weeks that there's definitely going to be some sort of connection. And it does, and it's about being open. You're right, it's being open to whatever happens. Now, when you're saying love and relationship and you're thinking about this, it doesn't necessarily mean the one, but it definitely feels like there is that one coming in. Oh, you're a water sign too. Okay, it definitely feels like there's someone coming in into your life. And what you do with it is totally up to you. Hi, Ari. Right, Sierra, let's have a look. Ari, if I can just have your question, that'll be cool. Okay, how did I feel about you breaking no contact and reconciling? Okay, so what's going on here? What do you need to know about the situation? What do you need to know about this? Labyrinth Tarot is speaking to me in this one. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look here. How did Cameron feel about you? Okay. He felt like it was a no-win situation. It was sort of I want to say a no-win situation with you breaking the no contact and reconciling. Felt like it was a sort of a it is what it is sort of energy. I just felt like there was I just got the words no-win situation. I don't know why. And then I get, okay, Knight of Junk. Okay. Feels like he wants to take things slow. With Knight of Junk, I get a sort of a slow energy. He doesn't feel like it's a win situation just yet. It's a no-win situation just yet at the moment, because he feels like everything needs to be done slowly, slow progress. He's not in any hurry for anything. Just feels like he just wants to take his time with things. Okay, so that's kind of important here. Okay, so I get that sense that he feels like it's a no-win situation at the moment, because he really wants to take things slow. He doesn't want to rush into anything. He's not, yeah, I just feel like he just doesn't want to rush into anything. Everything is slow, 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 slow. Okay, it's really important not to rush. I just feel like he just wants to stay grounded, stay focused on where he's going, on what he's doing. He just wants to go a slow journey here. So not hurrying. So he just feels like it was a no-win situation. Like at the moment, it's just like, okay, it's not a win, it's not a loss, it just is what it is. And I just want to take things slow. So that's what he feels at the moment. Yeah, he just wants to be friends. Just wants to take things slow, not rush into anything, just enjoy the journey, basically. So it's not a win in relationship or anything like that. It's not a loss, but it definitely feels it's just a slow journey. Yeah. So just enjoy the journey. Just enjoy the journey. Okay, Ari, I'm looking for your question. And Brittany, need some questions, please. Okay. I've got Tarot Z here. Ari. Take care, Sierra. Take care. Okay. Why does Tony still view your stories? Okay. And I've got Tarot Z here. Why does Tony still view your stories? Okay, so what's going on? Why does he view your stories? Let's have a look. Okay, so let's have a look here. Ari, so let's have a look here. Okay. Kind of interesting here. So we get the Knave of Cups, and we get the Queen of Swords. So I think he's looking at the facts of the situation, is that there is some feelings there. I definitely get that there is some feelings. He's maybe feeling a little bit out of sorts. And so I think definitely feels like there's some feelings there in regards to the situation, is the facts of it. There's nothing else to it other than there is some sort of feelings there. Doesn't mean that it's romantic or anything like that, just that he just feels like there's some feelings there, like he cares about what you're doing. Doesn't necessarily mean romance in this stage, but it definitely feels like the facts of it is. I just feel like, just look at the truth, look at the facts of the situation here, nurture the ideas, nurture the plans. It is about that sense of just cares about you. I do feel like there is a sense, yeah, I just feel like there is just a genuine caring about him. I just feel like he cares about what you're doing or what's going on in your life, just cares about it. I don't see it as romance. I don't see it as romance, but I do see that he cares about you in some way. Even if there's no romantic interest or anything like that, I still feel like he cares about you and he just wants to nurture your ideas, your plans, where you're going. And he sees you as someone who's to the point. So yeah, I do feel like it's just about nurturing your journey in some way, your thoughts. That's his way of caring. He just cares about you is what I get here. I just get a genuine, just a real genuine caring energy. Nothing more than romance or anything like that, just caring energy. So he cares about your journey. Okay, so next on the list is Brittany. Let's have a look. And then Anna and Gabriella. Right, okay, so let's have a look here. So I just need Anna's question. Anna, I just need a question from you, please, and Gabriella. Please, Anna and Gabriella's questions will be great. How will things go with you and Jimmy? Let's do Ghostbusters Tarot. Ghostbusters. How will things go with you and Jimmy? Right, let's have a look. What's the connection with you guys? What's the future hold for you two at this stage with what's going on? Whoa. Okay, so let's have a look. What have I got? Okay. Kind of interesting. Because I got Queen of Marshmallows. So, and I get the sense of a kind, caring sort of, but it's kind of interesting because I get a family sort of energy going on here. So it does feel like there is something going on here. And we do have 4 traps. And so I get that sense of, yes, there could be some sort of connection there. There could be some sort of wish in regards to family energy of some sort. I don't know if that's a family thing, but I do get the sense of boredom and dissatisfaction. So I could get that could be short-lived. So there is that possibility. Oh, you are having a daughter together? Okay. And when I get the boredom and the dissatisfaction, yes, you're having a daughter together, doesn't necessarily mean that. So it's going to take some work, is what I want to say. If you guys want to be actually together physically, it is going to take some real work there, because there is that chance of looking at what you're being offered, but I do get that sense of boredom, dissatisfaction going on. But totally up to you. Could also be a stability within regards to your, it's like you want a stability within your emotions. Okay, so you need to do what's good for you. You can still have this family energy, but not be together. Okay, so it makes sense. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. You know what's there. So you've got to decide for yourself what you want to do. Yes, you're going to have this family energy, but what you do with it, how do you create that stability within your emotions, is totally up to you. What you do with that. Okay, so Anna, let's have a look here. Gabriella, and then Helena. Right, so I just need Helena's question as well. Oh, I'm using my Insight decks. Yep. Okay, so. And because the readings are all about love, relationships, etc., etc. Okay. What did John think of the way things ended between us? let's do, let's do the Lord of the Rings. Okay, now don't forget, guys, if you want more than the 2 cards for a reading, you want a little bit more in depth, you want a tarot and oracle reading, don't forget you can use the pinned link or the links down below to get a little bit more information about your question. If you want something a little bit more in depth about your question, yeah, definitely check out the links down below or the pinned link if you want a little bit more in a tarot and oracle reading. Don't forget, VIP status does get priority, of course. You do get to skip the queue. And it does help the channel. It does help me do these lives. Because I do have paid clients as well. And so that's why sometimes I don't do the lives. It's because I've got paid clients instead. So just about having that balance. Whoa, okay, so what did John think about the situation? Okay, so let me just grab the card that flew out. Oh, dive. Oh, let me pull this. Okay. Knight of Swords. Okay, feels like there's a lot of thought going on to the process, a lot of strategizing, a lot of planning. Feels like there was a bit of a, I want to say with the Knight of Swords, it can be a bit of a rush into battle. Like there was a moment of things said, I want to say the communication was spoken in haste. Maybe some things were spoken in haste. And so there's a lot of thought going into the process here with the Four of Swords as well. I'm getting a lot of thought, a lot of reflection going on. I feel like he's reflecting on what happened, what was said between the two of you. I do feel like there was something said in haste or something said maybe in battle. I want to say, I want to get that battle. I keep getting battle, like there was a quarrel or a disagreement, like something was said in haste. And so I think there's a lot of thought going into the process. I do feel like he's thinking about things. He's reflecting, contemplating, reviewing about what was said. I feel like there's a lot of the what was said is replaying in his mind. Okay, so that's what I think. There is a lot of things here that I do feel like John is thinking about the way things ended between you. So I do feel like he's thinking about the way that things were said in haste or things were said in the heat of the moment. And so there's a lot of thought, a lot of reflective energy going on at the moment. I do feel like he's thinking about things on some level. Definitely feels like there's some thought going on there. Because I do feel like things were said in haste. There was a lot of things that said in the heat of the moment that you may or may not have meant. And so there was a battle that went on there. Okay, so there's some things to think about there. So let's have a look. Okay, Helena. Gabriella, then Helena. Gabriella, then Helena. Okay, does C dislike me because of our discussions? I've been a little bit mean. Okay. You're welcome, Anna. You're welcome. Right, let's do Alice in Wonderland. Does C dislike you? Oh, okay. I'm just going to do the, because you asked a yes and no question. Does C dislike you because of your discussions? And let's have a look. Okay. I don't feel like they dislike you because of your discussions. I feel like there's more to the story than meets the eye. There's some stuff going on behind the scenes here. So it feels like, in a way, I get a sense of don't stop the friendship. Like, don't stop. It's not that they don't dislike you. Okay, so let's have a look here. See if I can get a little bit more information here, because I'm getting that you don't stop, and I get the sense of not stopping the friendship. I don't feel like they dislike you because of your discussions. I feel like there's more to it. King of Teacups. Feels like there is an afraid to dip. I feel like they're pushing you away. I feel like they're afraid to dip into the friendship here. I feel like they're afraid to open the doors. And it's kind of interesting here. I get that sort of open the doors situation because of the doorknob. I just get that sense of they're afraid to open doors. Feels like they're pushing you away, and it's not because of you. I feels like it's more about their own stuff going on in their own life. I feel like there's some other stuff going on in their own life at the moment, and they're afraid to sort of open the door to new possibilities. They're afraid. Okay. Kind of interesting because I got the sun reversed. And so I get the sense of them being afraid to be happy. Because when they're happy, people leave. So I don't feel like it's about your discussion. No. So I don't feel like it's discussions. I feel like it's very much about their own stuff going on in their own life. It feels like there is a sense of them not being happy in their own situation. And so I do feel like they're afraid to open the doors to the situation. So don't give up is what I mean. Is don't give up on the friendship. Don't give up on the friendship. I do feel like there is a sense of they're unhappy in their own life, and so they're afraid that people will leave them if they open up too much. They're afraid to push open the doors to friendships. And so that's why I get that sense of yeah, I just feel like don't give up on the friendship. Don't give up on the friendship at all. I just feel like they're dealing with some own issues, and so just be patient with them. So yeah, so here I have Helena next. You're welcome, Gabriella. You're welcome. Okay, Helena. Will I sell a lot of makeup products? Hi, Crystal. Yep, you can be added. Okay, and I'm going to use the Supernatural Tarot. Will you sell a lot of makeup products? Ooh. Okay, so you've asked a yes and no question. You want to know, will you sell a lot of products, makeup products? Okay, will you sell a lot of makeup? Let's have a look here. Oh, at the time, it does feel like it's going to be a bit of a struggle in regards to selling a lot of makeup products. You might sell a few, but it's going to take some time to build. What it means is that not now. It feels like it's going to be a bit of a struggle in regards to the selling of makeup products. But let's have a look here. It's the card there, unlikely. Just means that it's a bit of a struggle at this time to sell a lot of makeup products. You might sell some. And so we've got here that there are a lot of options. I feel like there's a lot of options out there in regards to makeup products and things like that. A lot of people about selling it. So I do feel like there's a lot of options out there. And I think that's why there's a bit of a struggle in regards to it. And so it's important here that you really think about what you're doing. I feel like it's very important here to think about things, think about your plans, your ideas. So it does feel like it's going to be a very big challenge because there's a lot of options out there in regards to makeup products. So Helena, I think that's kind of important here to just think about where you're going, what's happening in regards to the makeup products and things. I do feel like there's a lot of options out there. There's a lot of challenges in regards to selling a lot of makeup products. You may sell some, but it will take a long time to build the business in regards to selling a lot. So yeah, it's up to you what your commitment is in regards to it. Okay. Okay, when. Okay, so let's have a look at the when cards. Okay, when do you see Yordell reaching out to you? You're welcome, Helena. You're welcome. Okay, let's have a look. Nice deep breath. When will Yordell reach out? Ooh, I feel like it's up to you to take action. I feel like it's up to you to take action, to know what's going to happen. If you want him, I don't feel like he's going to reach out at all. I feel it's up to you to take action. So let's do the Field Tarot, this one. Yeah, I think it is Caitlin. I don't feel like there's anyone else, which is perfect. Unless anybody wants any, they want an expansion on their reading or something like that, then of course the donations. But let's have a look, see what's going on here. What's happening? Okay. Kind of interesting. I get the Queen of Cups, and so I feel like it's up to you to nurture the emotions, decide what you want to do. So I feel like it's very much about nurturing the emotions, nurturing the love. And so I do feel like it's about letting your true self shine through, see the light out of the darkness. So I think it's up to you to take action, to find out what's actually going on here. Okay, so yes, you got into, so I feel like it's up to you to, I want to say, apologize, or a sense of, yeah, I feel like it's up to you to apologize. It's up to you to let your true self shine through, to allow the light to come from within you, to see the light out of the darkness, to be caring, to be kind, to be forgiving is what I want to get here with the Queen of Cups. I want to get a sense of forgiveness in some way. So I get the sense of, if you feel like it's not over, then it's up to you to reach out. It's up to you to take action. It's up to you to forgive. and to acknowledge your differences and to let the light shine in the situation here. To let the light shine is kind of really important, to see the light out of the darkness. So totally up to you, to at least, without the blame game going on here. I think that's kind of important here. I get that sense of taking action, nurturing that energy, letting the light shine. So not allowing the darkness to overwrite the good kind of energy. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of important here. So that's it from me. If there's any other, let's just give it a few seconds to just take a breath for a minute. Let's do the horror oracle. Let's do, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Let's get this. Let's do, pick a card, 1, 2, or 3. Okay, with the horror oracle. Okay, everybody who's still in chat, think of 1, 2, or 3. Okay, nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's think about your life. Yes, P. Oh, yep. I just didn't think anybody else was in chat. But yep. I've still got some time. I've still got 10 minutes or so. So, yep. But I'm just going to do pick a pile first, and then I'll do your question. Okay, number 1. Okay, it feels like there's some neighbors that have got some masks going on. Feels like some neighbors of yours are not being as honest as you would like them to be. I feel like there's a mask that your neighbors are wearing at the moment. It does feel like your neighbors are wearing some sort of mask. They're pretending to be all nice, but there's something going on behind the scenes here. Okay, number 2 is, feels like midnight. Okay, I'm just getting the sense of being awake at midnight. I feel like there is a sense of unrest at midnight. I feel like you've got an unrestful sleep, and it feels like you've got this feeling like you are being, I feel like you're restless is what I'm getting here. With midnight in the call, I'm just getting a sense of restlessness, sense of being drawn into something that maybe not be as positive for you at the moment. Now, number 3. If I can just have your question, P, that'd be really cool, and then I can do that. Okay, so I get the sense of it's time for you to move, to dance, to like no one's watching, like to do what you want to do for you. Feels like it's time to take hold of what's important for you and just to create, to manifest what you want. Just think about it. Things will happen, even if they're a little bit slow. Even if things aren't happening straight away, it does feel like things will move quite quickly here. So yeah, I do feel like even though things might not feel like things are moving quickly, they will move, they will harvest, they will come into fruition. It's just going to take some time. Okay, so let's have a look at these last 3. I've still got a bit of time, so I will do the last 3 here. Now, don't forget, guys, if you want more than just the 2 cards that I'm doing for the reading, don't forget to donate. It does help the channel on many levels. Okay, so when you donate, it does support the channel. It does help me come back and do these readings and things like that. So let's just take a minute here. So these are going to be the last few. Oops, not that there, not that there. Let's do ending soon, because this is going to be the last few here. Oh no, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. I'm in New Zealand. Sunshiny day. I'm in New Zealand, so it's Tuesday. Cool. I have to open the door. I'm just getting a bit warm in here. It's starting to get a little bit warm. It's not going to be long, and I'm going to be putting on the fan. Whew. Okay, so put the buckets. Bit of fresh air. Whew. Okay, so I've got a little bit of time, so I'm going to do the last few. Okay, the last few are P, Gina, and Tarot by Sunshiny. Oh, these are they're cos stars, if you like. They're the stars and the zodiac signs. Right, so let's have a look here. Questions. Thanks, Tarot by Sunshiny Day. Okay, so let's have a look. P, Gina, then Tarot by Sunshiny, and they're the last three. Because I don't want to be on all day. Of course, I need to take care of myself. Will you get a chance to talk to Sahib? Let's have a look. Let's do yes and no. Okay, will you get a chance to talk to Sahib? Will you get a chance to talk to Sahib again? Yep, you're going to talk. I think you will talk, but I don't know what that means. But let's have a little dive into it. Let's use the moon baby tarot. Yep, cool. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So we're Tuesday here in New Zealand, and it's 11:48. Right. So will you get a chance to talk to Sahib? It says yes, you will. So what does that mean? Okay, kind of interesting, because we did get a little bit of Knight of Cups here. Now, with the Knight of Cups, it's got some layers to it. So let's get a little bit more. Let's have a little bit look here. I get the word news, and it feels like there's some choices. Does feel like there is a sense of romance going on. I don't know whether you see him as a knight of shining armor, but I feel like there's some choices to make. There are some decisions, some choices yet to make in this situation. But I do feel like, I don't know if I get this feeling like you're seeing him as a knight in shining armor, like there's some news coming. Oh, okay. Thanks, Tarot by Sunshiny Day. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Appreciate it. So, Prab, I do feel like, yes, you'll get a chance. And I do feel like you see him as a bit of a knight in shining armor, a bit of romance coming up here. But I do feel like there's some choices yet to make. I feel like there's a wish coming on here. I do feel like there's a wish that you see him as a sense of a knight in shining armor, but there are some choices yet to make in the situation. I think there's some, yeah, I just feel like there's some thoughts, some ideas that need to be thought about. I do feel like there's some decisions to make, some choices to make in the situation. So yes, I do feel like you'll get a chance to talk to him again, but what happens in that talk, I do feel like you want a romance, but I do feel like there's some decisions or some choices to be made in the situation. Right, so Gina, let's have a look at Gina. What does your ex? You're welcome. What does your ex think about you currently? Okay, so what do you need to know about this situation? Let's do, yeah. Okay, so this is going to be the last free reading. I think this is about me done. So let me just pull this up as the last reading. Okay, so what does your ex think about you currently? So what's going on here? So you want to know what do you need to know about what your ex is thinking about you personally? Okay, so what's going on here? What's the connection? What's happening? Let's have a look here. So, whoa. Kind of interesting because I get the Lovers, but I get the sense of, there was a relationship, there was that thought about passion. They thought about you as being someone who was very passionate, energy. Okay, so I do get that sense of the Lovers. They do think about you as someone that they were passionate about. They think of you as someone who was passionate, but kind of interesting because I get the Magician. So I feel like there's more stuff beyond the illusion. I think they felt that there was an illusion to the situation. Okay. They thought of you as someone who is passionate. I definitely get that passion energy. There was that creative, that sense of temptation as well. I get that sense of being a bit tempted. But with the Magician, I get the sense of there was an illusion to the situation. Okay, they felt like there was an illusion to what was. So I think there was more stuff going on behind the scenes. There's more stuff happening, a sleight of hand. There was, so they thought of you as being and I don't get it as a romantic. I don't get romance here, because if I got romance, it would be the Two of Cups. But I do get a passion, temptation. Okay, so I'm getting that sort of passion energy. There was definitely choices that needed to be made about the relationship because they needed to look beyond the illusion. I do feel like there was stuff going on behind the scenes, stuff that was a sleight of hand, maybe not feeling as though everything was as it seemed. Feels like there was more to what was going on, which is why they're the ex. I definitely feel like there was more to the scene. Okay, Gina, I do feel like there was more to it. And so, yeah, there's more stuff going on behind the scenes that you had to look at. So that's what I feel like your ex is thinking about you currently, is they do think of you as someone who was passion. I do feel like there was passion in it. And I do feel as though need to look beyond the illusion. I think there was more behind the scenes going on there. Okay, so I have got, okay, Wow, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Donation certainly helps with the channel indeed. So let me just have a quick skizzy there. You're welcome, Gina. You're welcome. Okay, so let's have a look here. So take a minute to take a breath. Okay, so let's have a look. Cool, cool, cool. So I just need a question in regards to this one. Hi, Youngtis. Okay, Caitlin, thanks for your support. Thanks for hanging around. Thanks for moderating, of course. Make sure you go charge up that battery and take care. Okay, so I just need to know who this donation is, of course. May take a few minutes to So I'm just waiting to see who this is. And what question it is. I know sometimes things can be a bit slow when they're waiting for their chat to come into play. So let's just wait for a minute. Just waiting to see what this question is. And I'm just waiting to see who this donation is from and what the question is. I know it can take a moment with the subscribe button. So I'm just waiting for Hyung. Okay. I am waiting. Okay, so we're just waiting to find out who this is, what question you've got. Thank you very much for the donation. Muchly, muchly appreciated. Oh, hi, Janice. How are you? I'm just finishing up. I'm just doing this private reading, this donation reading. There's no more free list. This is the last of, I'm just doing donations now. I've done all the free readings for today. I'm just finished. This extra is donation ones. So I'm just waiting for the donation, for the person to give me their question. And let's have a look, make sure, see if they've just gone into. Okay. So I'm just waiting to see who that is. Oh, thank you. That's all right. Yes, I know. I'm sorry, hun. I know you have to wait 5 minutes. That's it with the donation. So your question is, let's have a look here. Okay, so what's going on with this relationship? So you're considering reconciling. So how do you want to word this reading? Let's have a look. So you've got a bit of a few cards here. So let's have a look. What questions could you ask in regards to this? So I'm considering reconciling. So are you saying what's the energy with your ex K, and what's the energy with your ex A? Should we do that as choices? Does that make sense? If we do choices, if we do it as a choice. Okay, so let's have a look at your ex K first. And should you wait to decide? Yeah, okay, so that's kind of cool. So let's look at this way. What? Sorry, that's me being clumsy. Right. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. So tell us about the energy of K in regards to the relationship, the reconciling. So let's do that first. Okay, so this is K. And this is A. So that's K. That's A. And what will happen if you wait to decide? Wait to decide. Okay, so K. Let's have a look here. Okay. Oh, okay. Kind of interesting because we get 7 and 8 of chalices here. So I get the sense of K is just because it's shiny doesn't mean it's good for you. I feel like there's a lot of options there. There are a lot of possibilities in regards to K. But I also get the sense of it walking away, being short-lived. Okay, so I do feel like the relationship with K could be short-lived. It's going to give you options, but it does feel like there's I do feel like your X with K is that it's going to be short-lived. Okay, so let's have a look at A. I know there's no contact at the moment, but let's have a look here. Okay, kind of interesting because we get 10 of Pentacles and King of Stakes. So 10 of Pentacles tells us it's wealth and abundance. Okay, A feels like for you, A feels like it's going to be wealth of abundance. It feels like there's a lot of abundance, a lot of prosperity within the relationship. Does feel like there. But then you've got King of Stakes. So King of Stakes to me can be that sense of there's a lot of passion. Okay, there's a lot of creative energy. There is a lot of passion in regards to A. And that's how you might see him, as someone who is passionate, but there could be a sense also here. He's a bit of an entrepreneur. Well, he's like always looking for opportunities. I do feel like he's always looking for something better. He's someone who's always looking for something better in the meantime, in the possibility here. So I do feel like K is going to be short-lived. It does give you options. There are a lot of options in that journey, but I do feel like with the 8 of chalices is that it's walking away from something. So it does feel like short-lived. With the A, it does feel like there is an abundance, there is a prosperity, but we get a sense of him always looking for new opportunities, an entrepreneur. I do feel like he's always looking for that business opportunity, but he does offer you wealth and abundance in some way. Now, what happens if you decide to wait before making any decisions? Okay, if you wait, kind of interesting here, because if you wait and don't make a decision straight away, it does allow you to manifest or create something. Okay, it does allow you to create something, create what you want, but also with the 9 of chalices, it allows a wish to be fulfilled. It does feel like if you wait, if you don't make a decision just yet, it does allow you to feel like a wish being fulfilled. So don't rush into anything. Take your time. I just get here the sense of creating something wonderful, creating something that's worth the effort, that allows you to expand and grow within yourself as well, but it also allows you that sense of a wish fulfilled, of allowing you to have something coming into play here. So it does feel like you need to wait. Don't rush into anything. Night Tarot by Sunshiny Day. Thanks for popping in. Muchly appreciated. Okay, so let's have a look at your oracle card here. So let's have a look at the oracle message for you right now. Okay, let's have a look at the oracle message for you. Okay, kind of interesting because you get burnt by the sun, ambition, extension, and reach. But I get this, when I read that burnt by the sun, I get a sense about being very careful about being burnt again. Okay, I get the sense of being, when I say burnt by the sun, I get this feeling of just being careful with exes, which is why I get this feeling of having to wait, even though you see him as being someone who is wealth and abundance for you. I do get the sense of just being careful, being aware, stay protected as you reach your goals, as you have this ambition. Okay, so I do get the sense of being able to manifest or create something that's really important for you, and allowing you to have a wish being fulfilled if you wait and don't make any decisions at this time, whether it's A or K, or whether it's someone else coming into play. Okay, there could be someone else coming into play, so you might just have to be very, very careful, making sure you're not being burnt again by whatever happened with your exes, either K or A. Remembering that they're always looking for something else, they're always looking for something more, being an entrepreneur and stuff like that, and you might see them as someone being wealth in regards to the relationship, some sort of wealth, but just be careful about being burnt again. Just be careful. Being burnt by the sun is just what I keep getting here, really strong, is just be very, very careful. Be very aware. Okay, so that's kind of important for you, just to be very, very careful about your sense of, stay protected is what I want to get here. Protect yourself. You've got to be number one, so protect yourself in the situation. So hopefully that sort of helps. Hey, so I hope that sort of helps you get a little bit of perspective. Take a minute, take a breath for a minute, and not rushing into anything. So just wait. Don't be in any hurry. I do feel like something else could come into play here. So just take a breath. You're welcome. You're welcome. So that was Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Les Vampires in Oracle. So yeah, hopefully that'll help. So take care of you for sure. Okay, so I don't think there's anything else. Anyone else? Oh, take care, Janice. You're welcome, Hayu. You're welcome. So yeah, I think that's it from me. Okay, so I feel like that's it. If there's anyone else for a donation reading? Okay. Okay, thanks very much for everybody. I don't know if there's any other donation readings at all, but don't forget, even if I'm not online, if you book a donation reading, I can do your reading as a YouTube video anytime. So even if you donate, or you can choose to do one of the private readings indeed. But if you choose to donate, I can do a reading for you at any time. Right, so that's me done. Okay, so that's it.